The cycle of the reading of the five books of Moses is repeated every year. Every Shabbat, Jews around the world read the section corresponding to that week, and at the end of the Jewish year, we complete the entire Torah. They say that in one synagogue, every year, when the reader would come to the place where it is talking about Yosef going to visit his brothers, later to be sold by them into slavery, one old woman would always start shouting, "Yosef, don't go, they will sell you." People tried explaining to her that this is a story about what happened many years ago, but nothing would help. Everyone was already used to her screaming in this place when the Torah was read every year. Once, when this chapter was read, suddenly this lady was silent. People asked her later, "Why didn't you shout to Yosef not to go to his brothers?" She answered, "If he hasn't learned his lesson during all these years, then he deserves to be sold." Many wonder, how can you repeat reading the same text every single year your entire life? It is possible only because the Torah is literally unlimited. Each word and each letter is perfectly arranged and carries a lot of information. Therefore, Jewish sages discussed every detail of the text with such great care. Over the years, I've noticed a pattern in the questions people ask when they are getting to know Judaism. In the beginning, they often try to ask questions which are not really questions. They are trying to refute the Torah. In this place it says this, in that place it says that. How could it be? They are sure that they are the first ones in the entire Jewish history to ask this question. And it never occurred to any one of the millions of observant Jews and yeshiva students who dedicate their life to the study of the book. They forgot that these guys are Jewish too. When I answer it, showing that this question was discussed thousands of years ago, they are shocked. After this is repeated several times, they see that every question of theirs has been already asked and answered from every angle possible. People often begin to change their attitude and start asking questions anticipating that answers exist. They just have to find them. There is no other book in the world, every detail of which would be studied in such thorough manner. Dozens of volumes of Talmud and other books of Judaism look at every detail of the Torah. When sages interpret a phrase in a certain way, it is not because they just think this is so. It is because after studying the Torah in its entirety, in the context of this phrase and considering the use of this specific word in other places, this is the only way to understand it. If you want to see it for yourself, study the Torah yourself. And while doing so, ask as many questions as possible. But if when you are asking these questions, you still think that you are the first one to come up with them, then you are probably still not very familiar with the Torah.